To you from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, where the workers have gone on strike. There's been ugly scenes there. The Kenya Airport Workers Union Secretary General Mos Ndiema has been arrested. The General Service Unit police officers have come in. There's several contingents from the NYS as well. The police have come in to serve the workers with the court injunction stopping that particular strike. We had pictures earlier of workers who've been injured in the process. It's a current trending topic right now. Kenya Airways has actually sent out a tweet just a few moments ago to show you that, talking about giving an update of the status of subsequent departing and arriving flights within the next 20 minutes. So in the next
How many minutes have passed since that tweet was posted?
This was 6 minutes. So in the next 14 minutes, we should be hearing from them. That coming right after they had said that customers on KQ 100 to London, KQ 116 to Amsterdam and KQ 210 to Mumbai can proceed to check-in, and then they said that they'll keep us an update. But we know so far that the fire engines have been withdrawn, therefore there are no flights that are flying in or out. That's right. In addition, what do we know?
Of course, we saw anti-riot police. They lobbed tear gas to disperse the striking workers there. We've seen a picture from Faisal Ahmed of an injured passenger. So can you imagine, you're just transiting through that airport, no business with what's going on over there, and now you've got some injury there. I mean, those are not the kind of headlines we need at a time like this when we have Category 1 status at our airport.
And we've also heard from KQ saying if you have any flight from 11, do not go to the airport.
And it's not just also the guests, even some of the workers that are there that we saw. There was that one lady who had to be carried because she found herself in that whole trouble. I think she's hurt her foot. It was bleeding quite badly. So we're still keeping our eye on this specific story.
We know that. Sorry, go ahead. And it's still happening even on social media. It's a current trending topic. Let me see if I can sample a few tweets here. Frogglestone says, I'm stuck at JKIA and I'm a unionized worker. This disruption is unfortunate and I'm worried about getting home, but I support these workers' right to strike. Being dispersed by a riot squad with batons is despicable. That's a sentiment coming in. And we have Sam here who says, this is an international airport. We're showing a very bad picture and other airports are benefiting from this. Ethiopia, Uganda and Tanzania. What the police are doing is making it even worse. And that update from KQ, like I'd mentioned earlier on, we're still waiting for them in the next 14 minutes or so. We should know. This is the other update we're talking about, where they said if you have any flight from 11 a.m., do not go there because there are no flights taking off or landing. All right, Trevor. We'll have latest update as well.
Let me pick it up from here. Faisal Ahmed, behind you, I can imagine frustrated, tired, possibly missed connecting flights are some of the thoughts of the passengers there. They're all congregating at that door. Is that a sign that they might be receiving word of some of the ability to access that location now? What are you hearing, Faisal?
Thank you very much, Wahiga. To that list of items that you've mentioned, I'd confused because just just in front of me is where the whole incident happened with the police and the striking workers, and now behind me are the passengers actually going into the terminals. That's the departure area for the international flights. This is Terminal 1A. And replacing the striking KAA workers are the National Youth Service officers who are here taking charge of what KAA would have ordinarily done. But I understand that there is a special certificate that you have to be given by the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority to be able to conduct searches and be able to detect things that are being, could have otherwise been sneaked in or out of the country. Now, this is yet to be verified if this particular officers have been certified to that degree, but to our understanding, it's that these are just officers who are working, who are manning the parking area of the airport and are now manning, actually checking the luggage for any illegal items that might be exported out of the country. Now, the queue here is very long. This is one of the terminals in which the passengers are actually leaving the country through. There's the domestic side, which the queue is even longer. There's the other Terminal 1E also. The line is extremely long. So this is actually what is happening here. The activities at the airport are starting to resume, though you can actually sense the tension. It's very, very, very high, because just a few meters from where the passengers are expected to go into the terminal is where the police officers did disrupt the striking workers. And to give you an update on that, 6 KQ flight crew members have been seriously injured and are receiving medical attention from the KQ JKIA clinic. There's one passenger who's been seriously injured, whose pictures we cannot actually show on TV, but he is also receiving treatment before being transferred to a hospital outside the airport. Wahiga, this is what is happening here currently, but we'll keep you up to date as it continues to happen. We'll try see if we can get into one of the terminals to see how the activities are going, and maybe an update on how the National Youth Service men and women are conducting the security checks on the passengers leaving the country.
Faisal Zinzi here. A quick question in terms of security, because I'm curious, how is that happening? Are they able to check the passengers who are arriving and the passengers who are departing in terms of security? How has this strike affected security?
My guess is as good as yours. We're not really sure how they're going to check the incoming passengers because most of the flights have not yet landed, and maybe after this assurance from KAA that the airport is operational, maybe more flights can come in, and maybe we can give an update later on in the day on how the searches are being conducted. But as it stands right now, they're doing the searches for the passengers who are leaving the country, and that actually, I understand, has to be certified by KCA. You have to have a special certification by KCA to be able to detect items that are illegal and otherwise would not be allowed on a plane. But currently, this is the situation. I think they're making do with what they have. They have to clear the passengers who are leaving the country, and they also have to ensure that the airport runs smoothly. Security-wise, there are at least 5 dozen police officers who have come in over the last half hour. They've been streaming in, and most of them are still coming in. The striking workers were literally chased out of the airport by the police officers. We followed them up until the main exit. I think the regrouping will follow up on that as well, but the operations here at the terminals seems to be slowly picking up with the with the National Youth Service officers taking charge of the airport.
Faisal, thank you so much for that update. Be on standby. We'll be coming back to you shortly. But what we have now with us is the latest statement from the Kenya Airports Authority. I'll just take you through part of it. KAA wishes to inform the public that they are experiencing some operational disruptions at the JKIA due to an illegal strike by a section of staff at the airport. We are currently taking measures to ensure normalcy returns as soon as possible and that service interruptions are minimized.
Absolutely. And they are advising all the passengers using JKIA to get in touch with their respective airlines to confirm their travel arrangements. We've seen from KQ here, they've said that they'll be giving an update in the next 20 minutes or so. That
10 now.
Now should be 10.
10
right. And hopefully we'll get to hear from the CS of Labour any minute right now.
Absolutely.
In regards to this as well.
And KA insists that strike is illegal. In fact, they're calling it illegal because of the court injunction that was earlier on presented by the police to the striking workers. We also have an update that more than 6 workers from the airport staff may have been injured in that little scuffle with the JSU, and we've also seen NYS officials come in to take charge. And behind Faisal, you can see thousands of passengers stranded there. They're heading into the departure area. They may or may not be getting services, but we'll get in touch with Faisal as well just to see what's really happening there. Earlier on, Kimani Mbugua said the situation outside is just fine. It seems normal. Check-ins are still going on as usual. That is into the airport, not into the departure zones.
This does not
check-in might be
obviously augur well for JKIA status. These are people who go online and talk about the airport and the experience here. So very worrying, very serious implications, and a lot to think about. We take a short break. We'll be right back. And of course, this is a story we are staying with, we're staying on, so stay tuned for that.